What is poppin'? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. And today I'm gonna be doing a little get to know me Q&A kind of thing. I did one of these videos in like 2017, I think, also on my laptop and my webcam. So I was like, you know what, let me carry out the tradition but do an updated version because it's been 6 years since that. That's literally disgusting. I don't like thinking about that. But I just thought I would do an updated little get to know me, sit down, chill, vibe kind of video. Also, I'm gonna try my absolute hardest to stay on track with this video, but I'm literally neurodivergent, so I won't make any promises. Bear with me, okay? I would like do like an Instagram one and be like, ask me questions, but no one gives a fuck about me on my Instagram, so we'll just do it from Miss Google. It says 80 questions. I don't know if I'm gonna do all of them. Also, y'all, please be patient with me. I know the quality of my videos, like the last one I posted, it wasn't the best because I'm having a hard time editing on my computer. Like my iMovie is just like folded, but I'm just having a rough time in the technical department, but y'all are still getting fed content. I don't care. So yeah, just a little disclaimer, I guess. But yeah, let's get into it. First question is, what time do you go to bed? So I have insomnia, so normally, honestly, anywhere from 2 to 4 a.m. And then I sleep in really late. Not really that. I mean, what even is late technically for sleeping in? I don't really know. Like 10, 11, noon at the latest. Today I did wake up at 1 though, because I stayed up till 6 2 nights ago because my bestie was in town. Question 2, who is your celebrity crush? Obviously Harry Styles, but other than that, I have a lot of celebrity crushes. Ross Lynch, bitch, can we talk about it? Let's unpack it. He's hot. That's all I have to unpack. Tyler, the Creator, I think he's so fine. Lana Del Rey, Jenna Ortega. What other celebrity crushes do I have? Who else do I thirst over? Evan Peters. Oh my god. Madeline Klein. She's so fucking pretty. Chase Stokes from Coin. I think he's so beautiful. That's all I can think of right now. Number 3, how would you rate your childhood on a scale of 1 to 10? So I have childhood trauma, so I would say like, I mean, it's not like I had like crazy unfortunate traumatic situations, but it's just kind of like, ooh, not me trauma dumping, it's kind of like emotional manipulation kind of trauma. I would give it like probably a 5. It could have been better, but it also could have been worse. But bitch, I still gotta heal from this shit. Question number 4 is, what is your middle name? My middle name is Nicole. It's like the most basic Caucasian middle name of all time, besides Marie, but that's my middle name. 5, what are your favorite values in friends? Well, my best friend is the first person that comes to mind. Loyalty, understanding, being able to like get along all the time no matter what. Well, even when you don't get along though, like you make up and it's like, it's not even a big deal. Like a friendship where you know 100% you can always rely on that person. You have no reason to believe that you can't. Respect for each other and honesty and being funny and like just kikiing with each other and like joking around, all that stuff. 6 is, what is your funniest memory from high school? Funniest? Shit, I don't know. Funniest? I like kind of blocked all of high school out of my memory because I didn't have a good time. I'll have to go back and literally look at my camera roll because I don't remember, and I'll insert it later. 7 is, what is your favorite holiday? It's between Christmas, which is like, I don't know, I don't really believe in like the religious aspect of Christmas, but I mean, oh, oops. But I mean, who wouldn't love Christmas? So you get presents. So I would say it's between Christmas and, well, my birthday is 4th of July. So honestly, probably my birthday, not because of 4th of July, because I don't think it's a good holiday at all. Like, it's kind of a fucked up holiday, or it can be, like, in today's generation. Like, there are a lot of things wrong with, I think, like, we shouldn't really be celebrating. Don't drag me. But if you feel the same way, we can all just collectively celebrate my birthday instead. I would say my birthday. Even though every year everyone's always out of town. It's still fun. And I get fireworks every year for my birthday. 8 is, what is your best trait? I would say, I don't know. I'm trying to think about what is my best trait. My best trait, I would say honestly, is that I'm just like really fucking loyal. And I think I'm just really loyal to the people I love. That's what I can think of right now. 9 is, what is your favorite restaurant? Depends what restaurant restaurant we're talking. Are we talking like fast food, or are we talking like sit down restaurant? Because for fast food, it's gotta be Chick-fil-A. Like, I'm just a basic bitch, I'm sorry, but like I will fuck up some nuggets every time. Also, their chicken sandwich is so good, their salads are good, their shakes are good, the mac and cheese bust as fuck, and their chicken noodle soup is also so good. So fast food, yes, Chick-fil-A. But like a sit-down restaurant, I would say, I don't know, it depends what type of food I'm having. Right now it's Shiawase, because I love going there with my best friend. That's like our favorite spot. 10 is what is an interesting fact about you. I kind of already said like my go-to one, which is that my birthday is on July 4th. Most interesting fact about me is that I'm a model, and well, aspiring, and an aspiring actress also. And I think I want to make films one day. At least that's what I think right now. I might have an existential crisis and change my mind in like a week. We'll see. 11, what is the first thing you notice about people? I would say their eyes. I think eyes are so like beautiful and fascinating and cool. That's normally the first thing I notice. Like physically. Like emotionally, or like when I talk to them, it really depends. I try to like, I don't know, I pay a lot of attention to detail, and I'm very like, what's the word? Is introspective the right word? So probably something about their personality as well. 12 is what is your spirit animal? I would say my spirit animal is a zebra, which is kind of like the mascot, you could say, for one of my conditions that I have. It's called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It's like a genetic connective tissue disorder, also known for short as EDS. And the thing with EDS is everyone who has it, like every patient is different, so that's why the like mascot is a zebra, because no zebra is the same, no one has the same stripes. Say that's my spirit animal. And I do love zebra print. I like, before I knew I had EDS, I was always like, I was one of those girls that was obsessed with zebra print when I was a kid. 13 is what is your favorite piece of clothing? 100% like big hoodies and sweatshirts. I like to be comfortable, and sweatpants. And I don't really go out that much because of my condition, so like girl, I always be in my comfy clothes. But if I am going out, like say fashion wise, like I want to look cute, I would say like just a good pair of jeans, like a good pair of jeans, like BDG or Levi's jeans. 14 is, did you go to college? Yes, technically. So whenever I graduated high school, I almost went to a 4-year university, and then I decided not to, and just to do community college and then transfer to a university. And I was majoring in psychology. And then I was also working at the community college, and then COVID hit. So then I didn't have a job anymore. Ended up like silently dropping out basically over time, because as the months went on, I realized psychology wasn't what I wanted to do, at least not at this point in time in my life. And I had also gone through a really bad breakup and was just like at rock bottom. And yeah, I kind of like low-key dropped out. And then I haven't gone back since, just because number one of the pandemic, and two, it took me a while to actually like soul search and figure out what I do want to do. And I just came to the conclusion like a couple months ago that I want to do film and fashion, and that's what I want to go to school for now. And sometimes I get kind of down about it, and I'm like, I could have a degree by now, but like I would have a degree in something that turns out wasn't for me, you know? So yeah, but in terms of like the dropping out thing, I do feel ashamed of it sometimes, but really it's just a big learning lesson. I like come to learn that every single thing that happens in life is just like a big learning lesson. Like life is just an extremely long learning experience, and you shouldn't ruminate or brood or get down on yourself for things that you learned. Like at least now I know, at least it, like I could have gone through with it and gotten a degree and been in so much debt and it not have worked out, and like I would still be miserable probably. So yeah, that's like a really long answer, but yes, I did go to college, and I'm gonna go back probably sometime this year, maybe, we'll see. 15 is how long was your longest relationship? You see, I don't know what it is with men. My longest relationship was, I'm thinking about like all of my exes. I think it was 3 months or 4. But the thing is, every guy I've dated, like, except for one that I knew from, like, high school, like, that's the one that was 4 months. And you might listen to that and be like, girl, you can't keep a man. No, the thing is, the men can't keep me, and they, like, are unloyal and cheat. That's been my experience every time. So, I'm single because what I want is long-term, but I just can't seem to find someone that is on the same page, or they'll, like, my ex that I was kind of dating when I was in college. Like, this has been my experience. I'll convince you it's long term, and then you have your suspicions that there's another girl, and it's always right. So if someone's trying to change that, hit me up. But if you're not, I'm good on my own. 16, what would you or have you named your children. So what would you name your children? I do have a baby names list because I'm just like that. Even though I was talking to my best friend about this the other night. Now that I know the conditions I have, I don't really know, because growing up, I've always wanted my own kids. But now knowing that I could pass down my conditions to my future kids, it's kind of changed that for me, like my perspective on it. And I'm like, damn, like, I don't know if I don't think I want to put my future kid through that. So I'm probably going to adopt. But anyways, so, I don't want to give the good ones away though. I have a long list of girl names and then a shorter list of boy names. My first boy name on the list is Harry because I love Harry. So that's probably what I would name a boy. I have a couple of other options that I won't be disclosing because they're actually really good and I'm gatekeeping them. For a girl, I like the name Violet. But the rest of them, I'm also gatekeeping. Sorry! 17 is what was/is favorite subject in high school. My favorite subject was chemistry. I really liked chemistry. I like science. My next favorite after that was algebra. I'm like a freaking math genius, and I don't know how. I think it's like my OCD, because the way my OCD works, it's not like physically, it's mentally, and I'm always like counting in my head. I think that's why I'm so good at math. But yeah, chemistry or algebra were my favorite. 18 is what is your favorite ice cream flavor? I would say like top favorite is just chocolate, like the Bluebell Dutch chocolate ice cream. That's like a classic. My next favorite would be mint chocolate chip, which I know is controversial, but I love it, okay? Don't come for me. 19 is what was your first job? My first job was babysitting, and I started babysitting when I was like 15, 16, but in terms of like an actual, like, I don't know, babysitting is an actual job, but like a corporation kind of job. I was a hostess at a restaurant and hated it. So yeah. 20 is what is the first item on your bucket list? I would say living in Paris. That's like my ultimate fantasy, is living in Paris. Not just traveling, like living there and like fully immersing myself into the culture and the lifestyle. That would be like so cool. And the Eiffel Tower, like that's my dream. 21 is what is your go-to hairstyle? Probably just down like this. I normally will use a little like Revlon blowout brush. I didn't do it that good today because you can still see it's like kind of messy, but normally I'll just do that, or I'll do half up, half down, or braids, like pigtail braids. That's really, I mean, I try to do other hairstyles, but I've never been good like with doing hair. But yeah, those are like my go-tos. 22, have you been to any concerts or festivals? Yes, I've been to festivals. I've only been to one. I've been to Austin City Limits and saw a bunch of artists there, like Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, Tyler the Creator, Jack Harlow. It was the 2021 lineup. Who else did we see? Billie Eilish, a bunch of artists at ACL. And then concerts, I've been to Carrie Underwood. That was my first concert ever. I've seen Ariana Grande. I've seen Coin. I've seen Troye Sivan twice. I've seen Harry once. I've seen Tyler the Creator on like his separate tour, the Call Me If You Get Lost tour. I almost saw Role Model and then I didn't end up going. So that doesn't really count. What else have I seen? I've seen AJR. I've seen Dua Lipa. I've seen Dula Peep. I think that might be it. Oh, I've seen Kim Petras when she like opened for Troy. I've seen Clairo. I've seen Khalid, the 1975. I think that's it. I keep like all of my tickets, so because I'm like, I just love concerts. 23, if you could change one bad habit of yours, what would it be? 100% biting my nails. It's so bad. I have to have NextGen at all times or I will literally bite my nails down to the nub. It's been like that since I was literally 7. I've had points where I've broken the habit, but I always just end up biting them because it's an anxiety thing for me. And so anytime I get anxious and I don't have nails on, I bite them really bad and my nails are like paper thin because of how often I've gotten NextGen. I've been getting NextGen since 7th grade because of how bad I bite my nails. Like my mom was just like, we need to just get you fake nails for the rest of your life. Hopefully one day I can break the habit and like actually contribute like more care to my nails and grow them out like and have them healthy and thicker because they're literally paper thin. But that's a bad habit I really want to get rid of. 24 is what is your most memorable childhood memory? Are we talking like happy ones or bad ones? My most memorable, probably when my little sister was born. I like remember a lot from that day. That was one of my favorite days I've ever lived. Also, whenever we got my dog Teddy, who passed away earlier last year, that was a really great childhood memory. The first time I learned how to ride a bike, I fell into a like rose bush and got thorns all over me. So I don't really ride bikes anymore. 25, what are your pet peeves? Honestly, just when like shitty people, just like when people are dishonest or manipulative or like gaslight you or like are just shitty human beings. That's my pet peeve. Other pet peeves would be like, I don't even know. I have like sensory pet peeves, like with noises and stuff like that. But it's kind of a lot to describe. But yeah, honestly that. Or like whenever someone like says they're gonna do something and they don't do it, or like empty promises, shit like that. 26, do you have any bad habits? Yes, mama. Alexa played Bad Habit by Steve Lacy. My bad habits are procrastinating, which now that I know I have ADHD, I know that it's not like something I've been doing on purpose my entire life, so that's like a little relieving, but it's also really hard to get over and like get control of. So procrastinating. And I would say I'm not that bad about it, but I do kind of suck at texting people back sometimes, especially when my ADHD is bad. Other bad habits, biting my nails, eating like shit. That's something I'm really trying to change and work on, especially because of my conditions I have. I need to be eating healthy, like, because there's no cure for any of my conditions I have, but if I want to feel better, like, I'm gonna have to stop eating like shit. But that's like a whole process. And I would say I do kind of suck at cleaning up after myself, but that's also because of my ADHD. So I'm literally neurodivergent and a minor. Don't come for me. 27, do you have any pets? Yes, I have 2 dogs, Foxy and Reagan, and used to have Teddy, but he passed away, but I still like keep him in my heart. And then I have a pet frog named Gilbert that I got in senior year of high school because I was in an aquatic science class and no one wanted to take the frog home, so I took the frog home. And yeah, he's still kicking somehow. I used to have a hermit crab and a hamster and a guinea pig, but they all passed away. 28, how many siblings do you have? I have 1, I have a little sister. 29, do you prefer the city or the country? That's so hard actually, because like my fantasy or like my dream is to have like my own place in the city and my own place in the country, like, because I like both. But at this point in time in my life, I would say I prefer the city. I would love to have like an apartment in like a cute little city like shopping area where I can just like live in my apartment and shop whatever I want, because I have a shopping addiction. 30 is, where did you grow up? I mean, I've lived in Texas my whole life, but I'm not going to say like where. 31, what social media platform do you use the most? 100% TikTok. It like is literally rotting my brain cells by the minute. I can't get myself to get off of it. I spend probably at the most 6 hours a day on TikTok, and that is so unhealthy, but I'm trying to work on it. I've gotten it down a little bit, so we're working on it. 32, what is one thing you wish people knew about you? I have so many answers to that. I guess that I have just like this super deep like longing for my dreams to come true, which I feel like everyone has, or maybe some people don't care. I don't really know, but like right now what I want people to know about me is that I want to, like, as I mentioned, I'm a model and an actress, like aspiring, and what I really want to do is like change the way that things are in the industry, which not to say there's anything wrong with the industry. Like, I love how it's ever changing and everyone is able to be represented now, and I think that's so beautiful. And for me, what I want more representation of is people with disabilities, or like anyone who suffers with chronic pain, spoonies and like things like that. Like, that's something I want to make some sort of impact with that and make sure there's more representation for that, because I think it's really important. A couple of months ago I discovered that Gigi Hadid has Lyme, and I was like, oh my god, like, why didn't I know that for so long? Like, she doesn't really talk about it. And like, I don't know, then I was like, oh, I really look up to her. Like, that made me feel a lot better about, or a lot more confident about my journey with like modeling and stuff, because I've always wanted to do it. And then, I got signed and did school and like acting and modeling classes and found out I had all these conditions, and then I like got so in my head about it, and I was like, is this really gonna be able to happen for me? And like, stuff like that. And like learning about Halsey, how she also has EDS and POTS and mast cell activation syndrome. That's like literally me. So like looking up to people like that makes me want to like keep going, and like that's something that I really strive for, is just like being open about it, making sure there's more representation for people with disabilities and things like that. So yeah, that's kind of my answer. 33 is, when was the last time you embarrassed yourself? The first thing I thought of, it was actually so embarrassing. I don't know if it's the last time, but it's the most like prominent memory of something embarrassing. So yeah, it was last spring. My mom, me, my sister, and her best friend went on like a little trip to like a little like resort place we go to, and there was like this community pool, and I was wearing a bikini, and it wasn't even that revealing. Like my butt was mostly covered. It wasn't like a thong, but it wasn't like a full bikini bottom. Like it was kind of just in between, but it's not like you could see everything, if you catch my drift. And my top, I didn't have any cleavage or anything, right? But the clasp on the back of my bikini top was kind of one of those clasps where you don't necessarily like put it through the little loop. You just kind of like, it's two pieces of metal and they go like, they like interlock, and then it's like clasped and it's straight, and that's how it stays on, right? So, but when we got to the pool, there was one of the staff members. She was like staring at me all weird and was like, your bathing suit is way too revealing. Like, this is a family pool, which I didn't know before I got there. And so I just ended up putting myself in a towel, right? But then I ended up getting in the pool with my sister and her friend. And then I got out of the pool and went over to grab something out of my bag. My fucking bikini top came undone. And I was so embarrassed. I'm not only embarrassed, but I was mad about the lady because she was so rude about it, because like I was clearly like, I was like low-key crying because I felt embarrassed and vulnerable and like felt bad. And then like the lady came up to me and I thought she was gonna be like, oh, are you okay? Because I was clearly upset. I like put my t-shirt on. I had already covered myself up. The second it happened, I immediately put my top back on and put my big t-shirt on so you couldn't see my body anymore. But she came up to me and she was like, you either need to cover up or you need to leave. And I was like, okay, I already covered up, like what? And then she was just like, okay, I better not see that again. Anyways, I'm still mad about it. The people who saw my boobs, I am sorry. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not like not sorry. I am sorry. But also the lady was see you next Tuesday. 34 is, what are your life goals? My life goals would be, that's like such a hard question. Honestly, just to have my own house, have my own car, have my own family, be able to like live comfortably. I don't necessarily want like insane wealth. I just want to be comfortable and have like financial freedom and have my own little house and family and my own little life. And I do want kids, I want like a marriage, and I want to be able to just have a family, really. And that's like so annoying because like societal standards of a family, like I was talking about this also the other night with my best friend. We literally stayed up till 6 a.m. like talking about anything and everything. You know, as girls, like as children, for girls like growing up, we're kind of already taught from childhood to like be a mom and like be a housewife and like do all these things for men. And I don't necessarily like that, but I still do have a soft spot in my heart for like having children and having a husband and like stuff like that one day. And honestly, just to have a really successful modeling career and acting career, that's my biggest goal. The rest of it, I'll probably be fine. Worst comes to worst, I'll get a couple of cats and move to like a cottage and I'll chill with that also. 35 is, what is your morning routine? So I don't really have one, honestly, because depending on my symptoms, depends on what I can do for the day. So some days I will do a little bit of a routine and I'll like obviously do the basics, like brush my teeth, wash my face, do my makeup if I feel like it. And normally that's all it is, really. Yeah, I don't have like an elaborate routine. Hopefully one day I can like form one to where it's like friendly for me, like spoony friendly, and I can still do it, but as of right now it's kind of just minimal. 36 is, how would you describe your fashion sense? Indecisive. Like, I don't know, I like every aesthetic. I don't know, I have several different fashion aesthetics that I like. I like the coquette stuff, I like the like bohemian, boho, cute stuff, I like the like beach girl vibes, I like edgy streetwear, I like it all, really. It just kind of depends on what pieces I find and that I like, and yeah, that I end up wearing. 37 is, what is your favorite book? See, the thing is, I have so many books, but I don't read any of them. So I'm trying to think of the last book I read. A book I'm actually currently reading. I have two, actually, that are good ones. These are my current reads that I am actually really enjoying. This one, You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. This is a really good book. And then this one, my bestie got me. It's called Unfuck Your Anxiety by Faith G. Harper. I'm really enjoying this book so far as well. I'm really into like self-help books because I have a lot of mental illness. 38 is What Are Your Hobbies? Honestly, be bisexual, eat hot chip, and lie. I'm just kidding. I would say making videos, painting, reading, except I don't do it that often. I like thrifting. I love thrifting, actually. That's one of my favorite things to do. Shopping, like going to Target and just fucking around with my best friend. Creating stuff. I don't know, I don't have that many hobbies. I do have a skateboard that I need to learn how to skateboard, so I would say skating, but that would be a lie because I don't know how to yet. Another one of my hobbies used to be dance because I danced all of high school and some middle school, but I don't do it anymore. 39 is What Inspires You? Honestly, my biggest source of like inspiration is first of all Harry Styles, and I would say like spirituality and just kind of like learning about yourself, meditation, affirmation, stuff like that. I'm a very spiritual person. And anytime I need inspiration, I kind of lean on that and like asking my spirit guides and stuff like that. It sounds like juju and voodoo, but I promise it's not. Manifestation is real. It does work. And that's kind of what keeps me going. Honestly, 100% of the time. 40 is What is your favorite color? It's literally always changing, but my main favorite color is pink because I guess I'm just a girly girl like that. 41 is What is your coffee order? Right now, it's really, I like low-key can't have coffee anymore, and it kind of really freaking sucks because of my mast cell issues, or what I would get now if I went to Starbucks would probably be like a decaf sort of latte or a frappuccino, like the vanilla bean one or the strawberry one, which also isn't good for his histamine problems, but it's so delicious. An iced chai latte if I'm really feeling naughty, but normally I get boba. I love boba, so if I need a little pick-me-up, I'll get boba. Or a yerba bevy. 42, what was your dream job as a kid? Modeling and acting, and also fashion design, which I want to go to school for. I was always like doing little fashion sketches in my sketchbook and watching YouTube videos and watching modeling videos and stuff like that. So those were my dream jobs. Also, like being a teacher or being a chef. 43 is what phone do you have? I have the iPhone 12, I believe. It's like really dirty right now. Don't come for me, but this is my phone. I just have a phone case on it that has a pleasing sticker, a happy birthday Harry sticker, and this little like brandy sticker. I don't know. I just kind of throw random phone cases on my phone all the time. What is your favorite TV show quote? Shoot. I can't think of one off the top of my head. Probably anything that Meredith Grey ever says on Grey's Anatomy, because I am one of those basic bitches that loves Grey's Anatomy. I'm sorry. Once I started it, I could not stop, but I haven't stopped since. Shonda Rhimes does owe me money for emotional damage because that show has done so many things to me. Or probably a quote from Skins. I've been watching Skins UK lately, but I can't think of one off the top of my head, which kind of sucks because my memory sucks. 45 is how many countries have you traveled to? 0. I've never been out of the country. I've only been on a plane once, but it wasn't like an airline plane. It was like a 2-person plane for a first date, which is one of the craziest, most spontaneous things I've ever done. But I haven't traveled to any countries. I want to one day go to Europe, and like I just want to travel the whole world, honestly, but I need a passport first and a lot of money. 46 is who are some of your favorite YouTubers? Definitely Isabel Wallace and Reagan Corsi. I love their videos. Cody Ko, Noel Miller. I love Tiny Meat Gang. Drew and Enya and their podcast Emergency Intercom. Emma Chamberlain. I've always loved her videos. Like she's a classic staple in my YouTube history. I also like watching a lot of like psychology videos or videos about my condition. So pretty much anyone who makes videos about that. Who else? The Glow Up Secrets. I like her channel. I still watch Zoella and like her videos. I love Connor Franta. I still watch his videos. I still watch Dan and Phil because I did go through that phase, but I still love them. Who else? Kian and JC and their like entire friend group. I also love Zach Justice and the Dropouts podcast. I could go on and on and on. I am always watching YouTube. It's very rare that you won't see me watching YouTube. Oh my gosh, Stephen Morea. He is one of the funniest people on this planet, I swear to God. Yeah, that's a lot of my favorite YouTubers. We're skipping 47 because it's do you have any siblings? I already answered that. 48, do you prefer tea or coffee? Right now I prefer tea until I can find a good decaf coffee that doesn't cause issues for me, but I prefer tea. I'm always drinking ginger lemon tea and it tastes delicious. I drink like at least 2 cups a day. And I like chai tea, peppermint tea, elderberry tea. I like a bunch of different teas, pretty much any herbal tea. What is the first thing you do after going home from work or school? I currently don't have a job, but when I did have a job and I was working, I would just go on my phone when I came home and to go straight to my bed. Not much has changed. I'm like always in my bed, but because when you're a spoonie, that's just how it is. Like if you have chronic pain, you're just always in your bed, and your bed is comforting and provides comfort when you need it. 50 is what sports did you play? So I don't currently play any sports or do anything like that. My form of exercise now is going to the store. That's my cardio or literally just walking around because my heart rate likes to jump to 100 and up because of my POTS. But growing up, I played basketball, I played volleyball. I think I tried soccer for a period of time, but I didn't really do it for that long. But yeah, I mainly did basketball, volleyball, and dance. 51 is what is your favorite movie? Of like all time? I don't know. Well, Don't Worry Darling, obviously, and My Policeman, because I'm biased. I love Harry Styles with all my heart. But other favorite movies, I love Sweet Magnolias. I also love Beautiful Boy, Call Me By Your Name. Even though it's controversial, I'm a slut for it. I love This Is 40. I don't know why. I watched it the other night and I was like, I fucking love this movie. Any other favorite movies? Movies from my childhood, like all of the Barbie, like Fairytopia, like all the Barbie movies, or the Strawberry Shortcake movies, Hello Kitty movies, like childhood stuff that reminds me of my childhood. Horror movie wise, Hereditary. I think horror movies are funny though, like I watch them to laugh. Megan is so funny, like actually one of the most camp movies I've ever seen. But yeah, I don't have just one, as you can tell, but I have a lot. 52 is what is your favorite animal? I would say dogs. Like as far as pets go, like the next question is, do you like dogs or cats? I would choose a dog, but I have had a cat in the past. I like them equally, but I grew up with cats, but then my little sister is allergic, so we weren't able to get another cat, so we've just had dogs ever since. I prefer dogs, but when I move out on my own, I'm getting a cat because I've always wanted my own kitten. I basically can't choose. But my favorite animal besides like a household pet would be a bird. Like I just really like birds. I think they're so pretty. Or a zebra, or butterflies. I love butterflies. 54 is, do you use a PC or a Mac? I use a Mac. I have always used Apple products, but before I got my MacBook, I did use Windows, like PCs. But ever since I got Mac, I haven't gone back. Bars. Next question. I'm kind of skipping some of these because this is a lot of questions and I've been filming for 50 minutes. That's crazy. Next question is, who is your favorite actor? I would say currently it's Jenna Ortega. She's like slaying the game. I'm obsessed with her. She's so beautiful. So currently her. 64 is, what is your evening routine? Again, it's kind of minimal, just depending on how much energy I have, but I'm like a night bath person or a night shower person, but lately all I've been doing is taking baths because I can't stand for very long in the shower. So I'll take a bath. If it's bath night, that was insanely loud. I'll take a bath if it's bath night and then wash my face, brush my teeth, do my skincare, which is normally just moisturizer and my eye cream, put on my pimple patches, watch a couple of videos, and then I listen to like sleep meditation videos to go to sleep. And I'll take Benadryl to go to sleep also because Benadryl is my bestie when it comes to MCAS. 65 is, what is your favorite thing to do when you have free time? Honestly, this. Like just making videos when I have free time because free time is free time. Or I'll clean if I need to, but that isn't really my favorite. Or I'll look up like recipes to try or start a new show, listen to a podcast. 67, how many girlfriends or boyfriends have you had? I've had boyfriends and I've had one. Why can't I think straight? I'm gonna have to edit their names out, but 6. I've had 6 boyfriends. None of them worked out. Next is, how tall are you? I'm 5'11". Technically 5'10" and 3/4, but I just rounded up and say 5'11" because that's basically 5'11". Next one, what is your favorite store? Currently, besides the thrift store, I would say probably Urban Outfitters. I find myself on that website a lot. Or PacSun, or Hollister, or Nordstrom. I do love Nordstrom because they just have everything. Last one, which of your parents do you resemble? I feel like I resemble my mom the most. Like I look at old pictures of her and I'm like, what the fuck, that looks exactly like me. And yeah, that is the last question. Holy moly, it's been 50 minutes. That's crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching and being here and listening and getting to know me. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow me on my socials, they'll be down below. I'm trying to get more followers on Instagram. My goal is to get like 2,000 followers by this summer, so go follow me on there. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Bye!